10 completely normal things that are banned in North Korea. North Korea is one of the most isolated and mysterious nations on the planet, but that doesn't mean we know nothing about it. It's clear that North Korea is distinct from other countries, as its citizens must observe certain unusual regulations and are barred from accessing certain websites or communicating with the outside world. It is likely that the majority of North Koreans are unaware of the oppressive circumstances they live in, as they are allowed no access to external information. Read on to find out 10 activities that you do on a daily basis, but which are prohibited in the secretive nation. Number 10. Using the Internet. It is hard to envision a world without the Internet, especially since we are so used to relying on it. The concept of having someone else choose which websites we are able to access is unimaginable. Yet, this is the reality for many in North Korea. Access to the global Internet is heavily regulated by the government, and only a limited number of people are allowed to use it. In its place, North Korea has a state-controlled network known as Kwangmyeong. This makes it almost impossible for the citizens of North Korea to gain access to new information and opportunities that the global Internet provides. The North Korean government perceives the Internet as a danger to its authority because it offers citizens a means of connecting with people from other nations. This can lead to the flow of information and the transmission of ideas, which the government desires to prevent its citizens from accessing. Moreover, North Koreans are even restricted in the use of phones, demonstrating the government's aim to keep its citizens isolated from the international community. Number 9. Smiling. It's a well-known fact that everyone loves to smile. But, in North Korea, this could come with dire consequences. On July 8, the anniversary of Kim Il-sung's death, it is illegal to smile. Punishments for breaking this rule can be as severe as being sent to concentration camps or even death. The same goes for being loud, drinking, or having a birthday party. To comply with this law, citizens must remain solemn on the late leader's birthday. Kim Jong-un, the current leader, also instituted an 11-day mourning period for his late father, Kim Jong-il, on the 10th anniversary of his death. During this time, North Koreans were prohibited from laughing, drinking, and shopping. Number 8. Watching TV. Many of us enjoy spending time with friends watching a football game, curling up with a good movie, or just channel surfing. However, North Koreans cannot have the same experience. They are not allowed to watch anything other than state-run media, and it is illegal to possess a television or radio that has the ability to access foreign programs. Imagine having to watch the same thing all the time with no choices. It would certainly eliminate the arguments over what to watch, but it would also mean being deprived of the range of entertainment that many of us take for granted. Number 7. Driving. Imagine if you could only get around by walking. That would be no fun. Incredibly, in North Korea, only 1% of the population is allowed to own a car. For women, it's even worse. They can't drive at all, not even if they are working as traffic police. In the past, women weren't even allowed to ride a bike. But thankfully, that rule has been changed, giving women access to a very limited form of transportation. Nevertheless, many women stay at home, taking care of their families. Those who do have jobs are involved in trading or working in local markets, while their husbands are employed in state-run positions. Number 6. Leaving the country. When it comes to traveling, North Koreans don't have the same freedom as people from other countries. It is rare for North Koreans to be able to leave the country without government authorization. Those who have managed to escape often have to use the services of a human trafficker, which is a risky endeavor since they and their families could be sent to labor camps or even executed if they are caught. Number 5. Wearing jeans. Fashion is a way of expressing ourselves, and we have the privilege to wear whatever we choose. Unfortunately, this isn't the case for many people in the world. For example, North Koreans have to abide by the laws set by their president. This includes a ban on skinny jeans. If anyone is caught wearing them, they are taken to court and must write a confession of their crime. They can only be released when an appropriate outfit is provided for them, and their employer is notified. Similarly, dyed hair and piercings are also not allowed in North Korea. The police go to popular spots where young people usually gather to find people wearing these fashion items. Number 4. Talking on the phone. Sadly, a North Korean factory chief in South Pyongan province was executed by firing squad in a stadium in front of 150,000 spectators in October 2007 for the serious crime of making international phone calls. It is said that he had 13 phones installed in the basement of his factory to do so. 6 people were killed and 34 were injured in a stampede when the crowds were leaving the stadium. This serves as a stern reminder of the dire consequences of attempting to make international phone calls in North Korea. Number 3. Choosing your profession. Although we may not have the career of our dreams, North Koreans have no choice in their profession. After completing high school, citizens must join the military, men for 10 years and women until 23. Afterwards, they are allocated a job that cannot be negotiated, most of which are related to farming or agriculture. Other job opportunities are street sweepers, factory workers, traffic workers and teachers, all of whom are expected to have a 48-hour work week with only Sundays off. In 2016, the entire country, except for the privileged population, was forced to work 70 consecutive days to improve the economy. Number 2. Getting a new haircut. Everyone enjoys a new look on occasion. Every now and then it's nice to switch it up, right? Unfortunately, North Koreans don't have that option. They only have 28 different haircuts to choose from. Women have 14 styles to pick from and most of them are shorter in length, since married women traditionally have shorter hair. Men are not allowed to have hair longer than 2 inches, 5 centimeters, and spiky or dyed hair is prohibited because it is not considered a socialist hairstyle. If someone were to get a style that is not on the approved list, it would be viewed as anti-socialist behavior. Number 1. Talking smack about the government. We often criticize our government without giving it a second thought, but this is not something that can be done in North Korea without serious repercussions. All North Koreans who live under Kim Jong-un's rule must pledge their allegiance and obedience to him, his family, and the state. Anybody who speaks out against the supreme leader or his family will be harshly punished or even put to death. This applies to visitors as well, as demonstrated by the case of American student Otto Warmbier, who was arrested in Pyongyang International Airport in 2016 while leaving North Korea on a tour. He was accused of stealing a billboard from his hotel room, which the North Koreans perceived as an affront and subsequently sentenced him to prison. He ended up dying in a vegetative state after being released in June 2017. It has been suggested that North Korea resembles the dystopian future of the show The Handmaid's Tale. Despite being one of the most isolated and secretive countries, some information is known. Therefore, if you're ever frustrated by what might be called a first world problem, remind yourself of the situation in North Korea and be grateful for the life you have. Thanks for watching.